Our opponent is D. Grego. Do you believe that they are pregnant? Oh, this is a rough hand. Double 7-drop. It does have Plains and Swamp and Pacifism, but then like 2 5-drops and 2 7-drops. That's got a mulligan. That looks okay. The question is, would I rather have Daybreak Chaplain or like the rest of this garbage? The answer is probably the rest of the garbage, but only by like a small amount. I definitely keep this though. Could put back Soul Salvage actually. Yeah, it's probably greedy to keep Soul Salvage when we just have like nothing really going on. Let's do that. Play our Taplian first. And then we'll want to play Swamp next in case somehow we end up going like Swamp Murder, but it's very unlikely to hit that and also to even want to do that. Probably best to play Daybreak Chaplain here just because it will offset the flying damage from the turn 1 Fairy Miscreant. Retributive 1 could be very good if our opponent's on like 1/1 Flyers deck. I've had issues being on the other side of that as well. I don't know, I feel like I might be overvaluing Retributive 1 by a little bit, but I really like the card. It's just like very rarely like totally dead. And if it is, like, it's usually just because you're so far behind that you would need like a very good rare or something. Yeah, so far this is a promising start for us. And the Chaplain, I'm really glad we held on to the Chaplain, because it looks like it's going to be relevant to have it just to offset this early damage, and then we've got, like, Wand to just, like, jank them out of control. It'd be nice to draw land next turn so we could maybe go Skeleton in addition to Wand. I love how everyone always checks what Wand does. Like, no one has ever played Wand before. Maybe that's why it remains so low in the AI bot pick order. Their deck looks pretty good. It's just that Wand is like a very good card against them, so I like our odds at the moment. Oh, look at that. That's a good draw. I'm really excited about that. Gonna go back up to 20 and like kill one of their guys. Probably should do it now just in case they do have a pump spell. That seems like a good use of my resources. So I definitely don't want to like do it and then they use a pump spell and they get extra damage on me or whatever. They have another Fairy Miscreant to draw another extra card. It'd be pretty good, but I'd still be killing the Fairy Miscreant slowly, and I don't know, it sort of offsets the card advantage. It doesn't exactly get me tremendous card advantage. I'd be surprised if blue wasn't one of their main colors if they're playing like heavy 1-drops in the Fairy Miscreants, but so far we've seen Second Forest. Wave Crasher, huh? That's kind of cute, I guess. How do I feel about pacifisming that? It's gotta be pretty good, right? I don't really have another thing. I mean, I guess I could play Sentry and then, like, double block with Skeleton and then, like, put a +1 counter on the Daybreak Chaplain so I gain extra life. That might be okay. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I don't really know what their deck has, but I'm low on cards and they have a lot, so it's probably a good idea to hold on to the pacifism since I do have another option here. They could have Pump Spell now, and it could be a little bit problematic, but I think we might still be okay even if that happens. It does look like blue could be another heavy color in their deck. I wonder if they're doing math or if they're planning some sort of spell. Definitely do this and show me your moves. I think they got something. Oh no? I'm pretty happy to make that trade. So I'm gonna just get like a little bit extra life gain. That's probably fine. So here's the awkward thing. I could use my 4 mana to use the Skeleton's ability, get it back from the graveyard, and then also play it this turn. But I kind of want to dissuade them from pumping their Metropolis Sprite, because I kind of just don't want them to do it. So I should probably hold up the mana and get back the skeleton at end of turn, even though it's a little inefficient. I think that's the thing I'm gonna do. This deck generally needs to hit at least 5 mana, and we've stumbled a bit in some of these games. Like, maybe it's possible I should just be playing an additional land over something? But I kind of think our deck's good where it's at. We just need to get moderately lucky, which is admittedly not, like, a strong suit of mine, is to be moderately lucky. I wonder if they have, like, a third Fairy Miscreant. What is that about? Okay. You've made it so it is plausible I could kill the Metropolis Sprite. I mean, do they have the enchantment? Like, I'm willing to take a hit for them to spend their turn playing the enchantment on the flyer. Like, that's fine with me. Because then I can just, like, aerial assault, because I assume they're going to attack and wait for me to ping it. And then they're going to put the enchantment on it. Okay. Not totally sure what's happening now. Like, something plus Fairy Miscreant? Like, something that would keep the Fairy Miscreant from dying? Like, they did that so deliberately, it was as though they were trying to, like, put me into a trap, but then they just, like, didn't do anything. So I don't understand exactly. Also, drawing 2-drop was very bad. It was not what I wanted to draw. It might be time to just, like, pacifism and, like, attack them? Well, it kind of seems like a lot of their cards are individually bad, so the fact that they had a bunch of them isn't a big deal? Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna pass. It just seems silly to, like, walk into combat trick there, and I feel like somehow they're, like, representing a combat trick that they should have used already? If they had it? Okay. It resolved. Okay. Kill it. Okay. That didn't do what you wanted it to do, I'm pretty sure. So what's the actual trigger on this? If it blocks a creature with flying, it gets additional power. Yeah, I'll block. Show me your move. Sweet. Just gain me some life? Unless they're, like, splashing black for the Pirate Cutthroat, which seems like a weird flex. Sure, that's, like, also fine. Good, I, like, finally drew this land on the turn I, like, want to do something else. How important is it for me to kill the spider? Like, moderately. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. It's such an awkward removal spell anyway. Let's just put a 2-power guy on the board, and the next turn I can play a big flyer, or kill their 1/1 or whatever. You look to be in good shape. They kind of flooded at some point. Ooh, that's a good one to, like... Well, it's not a great one to pacifism. I kind of want it off the board, because it does sort of stop me from, like, wanting their stuff. Now, we have not had a chance to buy the skeleton back, and it's a little awkward. Not that we have flying blocker, because otherwise, dang, we got a lot of Fairy Miscreants, which are made a lot better by that eagle, although I think we're still doing okay for now. We can just, like, dump all our mana into, like, Wand plus giving our Inquisitor first strike on our turn. Right? Oh no, we're 1 short for that still? No, we got the right amount. It costs 6. So I can, like, attack with Inquisitor. I don't think I actually want to attack with Boreal Elemental, because then I can, like, trade their 2 Fairy Miscreants for it, which seems, like, horrid. But Inquisitor, they gotta, like, block with, like, 2 things? And, like... It just seems like this is a good use of my, like, mana. Since I'm, like, light on my removal anyway. Alright, I guess I will Gorging Vulture here. So we know that like Soul Salvage is like the very bottom card of our deck since we haven't shuffled. That was a decent mill. So we've still got Ping available, and that, yeah, we're in okay shape. And then like we can finally buy back Skeleton if they don't give us a reason to ping with the wand. Rip Tracker's not a card I want them to have. It does cost like a billion to activate, and I think they're one short, but still. Buy back the Skeleton. I think it's worth more than pinging at this particular time. I need one additional mana, which is awkward. But that's okay. This turn we're just gonna play Skeleton and pass. It's not ideal, but now if we draw a land, we can, like, outright kill something by pinging it with the wand for 3, and then spending 4 mana to play our pirate that finishes off something that was damaged. And if we happen to draw one of our very expensive cards that just will probably win us the game by itself, well, then it's a very expensive card that will probably win us the game all by itself. Of course, we're a little shy of the threshold of 7 mana, wherein we can play any of those that we draw. But we're close enough, and at 21 life, I think we're probably in good shape. Save Paralysis is definitely a non-zero amount annoying. But because I still have Gorging Vulture, we're not in, like, awful shape. And the thing is, like, if we just hit enough land to, like, kill the eagle using our pirate trick, then we can just, like, kill the miscreants without spending more cards, and then they're in, like, real trouble. So I don't block either of those, I'm pretty sure. That just seems silly. So I'm going to take 4 here. Because I want to keep this Vulture as, like, a deterrent for them to attack with the other flyer. So ping them. Well, we did it. Yes, I know. You're very agitated, my opponent. You can't stand to sit still for 3 seconds without fiddling with my cat. I promise, it's not a euphemism. Alright, now I think our opponent is very likely to lose the game. But we'll find out what happens. I'm not going to attack with the Vulture this turn, just to potentially stop some shenanigans. But, yeah, I think without that eagle, they're in very bad shape. I mean, they can spend a bunch of mana to start finding creatures, but, like, man, we just kill so much of their stuff for free. Like, this wand is going to do so much work against them. Really like the wand. Yeah, sorry, I think the Deckmaster thing is still broken. It stopped working sometime last week, just for everyone. And I don't think they've fixed it yet. I have everything set up on my end. Alright, so now I'm going to find a creature, which I could probably pacifism, if it's good. Oh god, they got another eagle? That's rough. At least I get to, like, tap kill Cloud Conceer, I guess. It's not exactly what I want. Oh, is it working on desktop? Okay. Looked like it was still broken. Like, it's kind of hard to tell. I think we just attack with all our ground guys now? It's really annoying that they have 2 of that eagle, but I think we can still beat that. Like, we have so many... Like, our deck contains, like, so many cards that make it insanely easy for us to win from this position, that the fact that, like, we're ahead without even using those means, like, I think we're in really good shape. Like, we have so many good draws right now. It's like, mind-boggling. So long as we don't get flooded, it seems very difficult to lose this game. Willing to trade at this point? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I'm gonna take 4. Well, we're getting flooded, and I don't know. Might still be able to win. possible I should be using the pacifism on the tracker, but that seems pretty bad. Sure, this. Block it? Block it with whatever you want? Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Our deck is just very good against theirs. It'd be great if we could draw, like, any of our best cards. I guess we've drawn one of them in the form of Elemental, and the one happens to be good against them, but, like, I wouldn't say it's generally one of our best cards. I think at this point I'm going to trade with a Fairy Miscreant. I might even, like, Pacifism? Something? I'm getting close to that point. It's just so annoying to, like, trade with a 2/2 when it's like, all I gotta do is draw Meteor Golem, and then, like, all their flyers suck. Yeah, I'm gonna trade here. They have, like, Combat Trick too? Okay. Well, that at least makes it easier. Like, oh, definitely Pacifism, like, 4/4 flyer. That's not close. I mean, all I gotta do is draw, like, one Meteor Golem, or, like, Safara, and then, like, what do they even do? Hey, look, it is my friend the Meteor Golem. Enjoy clicking my cat. I believe you may be dead. Slow rolled you so slow! Rolling down the river. I don't really have good attacks. I guess there's not really a reasonable world in which I attack with the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat and, like, bluff the wand activation first. Yeah, Octoprophet doesn't really do anything. It's true, Sprite plus Eagle is sort of a combo because Sprite gets additional toughness and is able to activate its ability again. I mean, they honestly just might mill themselves. Like, the deck just doesn't have that much, like, killing power. Let's draw Safara next turn. It'd be fun. Well, drawing, like, any spell is probably good enough, because you start killing their flyers and then whatever. Drawing another Meteor Golem would be good, because I could, like, just get rid of the sleep paralysis. And then, like, have my 3/4 flying blocker again. Okay, scryed 2 to the top. Presumably some of their last remaining spells. This has been a good game. I'd be disappointed to lose it, but it's been well fought regardless. I don't think that's that bad for me. I mean, they get to draw another card this turn. But, like, again, like, they have to, like... There's, like, a sincere concern about them milling them. Okay, that seems pretty aggressive. So they're gonna hit me for 3 here? Yeah. That's a pretty good draw. Just a, like, 1 power flying blocker seems pretty good to me. I don't even, like, want to kill the Risen Reef. Like, at this point, it's, like, probably fine. I just want to kill flyers. So let's kill some flyers, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. It's like, I want to leave Risen Reef out because, like, them playing any elemental seems, like, horrible for them now. Like, I have so many ground blockers, and they have, like, 2 things that have, like, irrelevant amount of trample. Like, them losing another card from their deck seems awful. I'm skeptical that they have a trick that they can use to have the sprite get big enough to kill the Griffin Sentinel that I just played, so I'm definitely going to block sprite there, make them have it. And, like, hopefully we just draw something good if it comes to that and they really do just, like, have everything. I mean, at this point they've got probably most, if not all, of the spells in their deck. I think we can still beat them with, like, you know, 2/3 of the spells in our deck. And not even, like, the best ones. How many Fairy Miscreants total? Is it, like, 5? We've seen a lot. 1, 2... Yeah, I think we've seen 5 from them. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. They, like, somehow... I mean, I assume you're pretty much obliged to attack with the sprite here, right? It's kind of awkward that the game tapped me out of black. I don't think that needed to happen, huh? Because I would be able to rebuy the skeleton if I wanted to. So let's block here, and let's block here, and let's block here, and take 2? Take 2 seems good. I'm fine, like, leaving them with the tracker in play, because they can't really, like, use its ability anymore without it being problematic for them. Yeah, that card just, like, stow nothing against me. Congratulations. Hey, look. Gain a life. Could be relevant. I don't know. I'm not your dad. So, yeah. Got this wand. I don't really see any reason to, like, sorcery speed kill, I don't think. I don't think that's relevant. I mean, I get to free attack with the Griffin Sentinel, I guess. That's cute, because it has vigilance, so, like, why not? But yeah, I mean, I think I could just keep blocking Metropolis Sprite with the Sentinel and, like, killing Fairy Miscreants, and they'll probably deck pretty soon. Unless, like, their last card's, like, Overcome or something, which would be pretty bad for me. Okay. Think they're doing some counting. I think not attacking with the Risen Reef? That seems bizarre to me. Okay, that makes more sense. So let's see. What do I want to do here? Like, double block the trample guy, and then, like, chump block the 2/4 with the skeleton, and it would take, like, 1, 2. That seems doable. So let's just, like, ping a guy. Just in case they have a pump spell, then I know about it in advance and I can chump block if I really have to. Alright, so let's chump block this guy. I think I'm better off chump blocking than, like, eating the Risen Reef. Stop that from pumping, and then just, like, double block the 4/3 trample. Like, it's kind of fine if the Meteor Golem dies at this point. And then just set the stop to remind myself to rebuy the skeleton that's about to die. And I think how that happens, and that's all pretty much what I'd expect. Get that skeleton back. I mean, we're very, very flooded, but we're still, like, pretty okay. I mean, they definitely don't have the pump spell at this point, so I think I might as well just, like, wand now, so they can't draw a pump spell as one of the last cards in their deck. And then I can, like, block everything they have? Vigilance damage. It'd be very cool if I could not just only draw all of my lands forever, but that's... I mean, I think we're still gonna win. I think. Yeah, I mean, that's the blockers. Lock this. Lock this. Lock here. Probably good, it looks like. Pass. Question is, will they mill or will we win with free Griffin damage? I think they're gonna mill. They're not. They're drawing pretty cold here. Okay. There's no point ever attacking with the 2/2. Unless on the Griffin strategy. Gosh, if only I could destroy my own Retributive Wand and deal 4 damage to, or deal 5 damage to their face and just win right now. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they have Disenchant. So we've got this turn and next turn, and then they, like, die to not being able to draw any cards from their deck. And we still have, like, some of the best cards left in our decks. So, I think we're okay. I mean, like, they could... There's no, like, trample pumps. I mean, again, there's overcome. I don't think that's quite enough at this point. It would be pretty bad for me. This thing's not an instant, is it? Nope, not you. Yeah, that thing's a sorcery. If I could, like, exile a 4-power creature instant speed, like, overcome would, like, barely do anything to me. Okay. Interesting play. Seems that the last card either isn't a creature... Alright, we got him. That was a really interesting game. I enjoyed that. I don't think our opponent did.